I thought that no one would care if I didn't post a video on Wednesday, but I was talking to two of my friends on Thursday and they were like, wait, shouldn't you have posted a video yesterday? And I was like, yes, but I had a very busy week and then I ended up not having any time to film, much less edit, so here we are. Hello everyone, it's Nina and today I'm bringing you my very own K-pop book tag. Now I did a little research and I have seen a few K-pop book tags on YouTube, but I haven't seen any with these specific songs and these specific prompts. But if you do find a tag like the one I'm about to do, please let me know so I can tag the creator in the description box below. And what I'm gonna do is there are a few songs and each comes with a prompt. So I am going to explain a little bit why I chose each specific song, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. All of these songs are probably gonna get stuck in my head, but it's my own fault, so it's okay. So the first song that I chose is Bad Boy by Red Velvet, and the prompt is pick the sexiest villain. Now, I chose this song because I just love it with all my heart. I think it was one of the best comebacks of 2018. Everything about it was perfect. The song, the music video, the stages, the outfits, all of Red Velvet, all of it was perfect. My queens looked amazing. Kang Soo-gi, my queen, was just thriving. All of them look beautiful and it's one of my favorite Red Velvet songs. I just think it's amazing and I will never get tired of listening to it. So for the sexiest villain, I chose the Darkling from the Grisha trilogy by Lee Bardugo. Now, it's no secret that the Darkling is supposed to be this very handsome, very attractive villain, and I don't know, every time I read one of the books in the Grisha trilogy or something about the Darkling, I just imagine him very dark and very handsome, kind of like Ben Barnes in Picture of Dorian Gray. And since this trilogy is getting a Netflix show soon along with the Six of Crows duology, I'm incredibly excited to see who's gonna play the Darkling, and we'll just have to wait and see. But for sexiest villain, I'm choosing the Darkling. Okay, so the next song is Catallena, and the prompt is pick the weirdest book you've ever read. I chose this song because it's kind of famous on the K-pop community. It's a bit older, it's from Orange Caramel. I think they're actually a subunit from another K-pop group, but I'm not sure. And like the prompt says to choose your weirdest book, I just think this is one of the weirdest K-pop songs I've ever heard in my entire life. The music video is just like, what the fuck? And yeah, I just don't really like the song. The music video is too weird for me, and that's why I chose the song. And the weirdest book that I've ever read is, without a doubt, The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. This was just too much, honestly. This is the book that originated the movie Hellraiser, which was also, I think, directed by Clive Barker, or the screenplay was written by him. I don't know, I'm not sure. But this book was just way too weird and way too gross, and I hated it. It was definitely my worst read of 2018. It's actually quite short. It doesn't even have like 200 pages, but I took the longest time to read this just because I hated it so much. And I only read this because my parents are great fans of Clive Barker. He wrote one of my favorite books of all time, which is The Thief of Always. And I had already watched Hellraiser years before I read this, and I thought it was interesting. I wanted to see more about Pinhead's story. But in the end, the book doesn't really focus at all on the Cenobites. They have like a minimal appearance, and overall this was just too gross, too disturbing. I hated it. So the third song is Ddu-du Ddu-du by Blackpink, and the prompt is pick a character death that hit you right in the feels. I chose this song because I love it, and obviously was one of the most famous K-pop songs of 2018. Blackpink is an amazing group. I love these girls so much. I wish they had more songs, obviously, like everyone, but I just got content with getting like a mini album this year because, you know, sometimes they just don't give us nothing, and YG, let's make that better please soon. But yeah, I think it was just such an impactful and popular song. It just had to be on this list. And the character death that hit me right in the feels is actually something that I read kind of recently. I read it, I think in September or October in 2018, I don't know. But it happened in Crooked Kingdom by Lee Bardugo. I'm not gonna say anything else because this book ruined me. I already knew who was going to die. I accidentally spoiled myself, but I still cried for hours. It was a character that I loved, and I think it was a really significant death, so I'm not gonna say anything else because spoilers, but if you've read this book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the fourth song that I chose is Fake Love by BTS, and the prompt is, pick a canon couple that you think just doesn't have any chemistry. Now, I chose Fake Love because it was like such an impactful song. I really like it. It's not among my favorite BTS songs for sure, but it was really cool. The stages were really cool. I think the whole concept was very interesting. The guys looked amazing, of course, except for maybe Jimin's orange highlights. What was that? But yeah, and it's just a song that really gets stuck in my head often. I don't know why. I don't even listen to it very often. But yeah. And the couple that I chose for this question is actually a popular ship, so please don't throw rocks at me. But I just don't think that Clary and Jace from the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare don't have any chemistry. I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. But honestly, that's just how I felt ever since I read City of Bones. I never liked them since the very first book, and I don't really like them individually as well, so much less as a couple. And I just don't see why they're together. I don't think they have any chemistry. It's just like Jace is really hot and Claire is pretty and important, so I guess that's enough reason for them to be together. I don't know, I just don't like them. The next song that I chose is Gashina by Sunmi, and the prompt is, pick a book that you feel has become a modern classic. I just had to go with Gashina just because even though it was released in 2017, if I'm not mistaken, it's already like a super classic K-pop song. Every K-pop fan knows it, the entirety of South Korea knows it, and it's just a really great song. I love Sunmi, I think she's one of the best idols. It's a really catchy song. Even my non-K-pop friends liked this song, so it just had to be on this list. And the book, or rather the series that I think has become a modern classic is the most obvious answer, and that is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I'm only holding up the Order of the Phoenix because the first 4 books are squeezed real tight in a box set right here. You can see it right here, and I didn't want to take them off, so here's the Order of the Phoenix. But yeah, I mean, everyone and their mother has read Harry Potter. It's a series for all ages. I myself read it when I was in 8th grade, I want to say. I had already seen all the movies except for Deathly Hallows Part 2, so I already knew most of what went down, and I still love the series. It's great, and I'm not going to say that everyone has to read it because I don't love it as much as other people do, but I think it's become a classic for sure. The next song that I chose is Latata by Idol, and the prompt is, pick your favorite new or new to you author. So I picked this song because, first of all, I love Idol so much. They debuted last year and they already have like a huge space in my heart reserved for them. And Latata is definitely my favorite debut song like ever. It did so well. Idol is already so well off, and Latata is just fantastic. Again, another very catchy song. Can't get it out of my head. Still love it to this day. And the author that I picked for this prompt is Emma Mills. So I started reading her books last year. I first read This Adventure Ends, then I read First and Then, and lastly I read Foolish Hearts. I don't know if she has other books or if she just wrote these contemporaries, but I love them, and she's coming out with a new contemporary called Famous in a Small Town in this month, actually, I believe. Couldn't be more excited to read it. I love her writing, I love her characters, I love just how fluffy and happy these make me feel, and yeah, she's my new favorite contemporary author for sure. Next song that I chose is Letting Go by Day 6, and the prompt is, pick a book that you probably shouldn't haul but can't bring yourself to do it. I chose this song because I love Day 6, they're one of my favorite bands, and they're actually a band, like they actually play instruments and all that. I love all the members, I love their song, and Letting Go is definitely one of my favorites. It was, I believe, one of the first Day 6 songs that I ever heard. I'm in love with it, and I decided to include it in this tag. I actually have a few books that I shouldn't haul, but I recently did an unhaul, and I thought it was enough, so I didn't want to unhaul any more books. but I probably should unhaul Serafina by Rachel Hartman. I think I read this book last year as well, and I didn't like it. I hadn't even heard of it before I got it. I think I got it at a discount on Books A Million when I went to the United States in 2017. And it just seemed very interesting because it has dragons in it. The cover is gorgeous. I also got the second book, which is called Shadow Scale, at a discount. And I still haven't read Shadow Scale. I don't think I'll enjoy it from what I've seen on Goodreads. I probably should unhaul both of them since I didn't really enjoy this book. I thought that the premise was very interesting. I thought some points were very interesting, but it just wasn't for me. I think that nothing interesting happens in this book. I probably should unhaul it, but I'm gonna wait until I read Shadow Scale, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do with these two. The next song that I chose is Shine by Pentagon, and the prompt is, pick a secondary character that you think just shone through and stole the scene. I love Shine so much. It's one of my favorite songs ever. It's one of my favorite Pentagon songs. I've been in love with Pentagon since the second semester of 2017, I think. Right before they released Like This. They currently are my favorite K-pop group, and Shine for me was the best comeback of 2018. Pentagon finally got on the charts. It's such a lovely, I don't know, it's such a fun song, and the members seem to have loads of fun, you know, shooting the video and performing the stages. Some really unfortunate things happened to Pentagon this past year, with Edan leaving the group and Yeon being sick and not being able to participate, and Naughty Boy. But I just still love Pentagon with all of my heart. I will always support them. I will always support Edan as well. And yeah, that's why I chose it. And the character that for me just completely stole the scene was Nikolai Lantsov from the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. Honestly, I only read Siege and Storm because of Nikolai. I said this on my review of this book. Nikolai's an amazing character. Again, I'm super excited to see who they're gonna cast to play him in the TV show. I already have kind of my own fan cast. I just think he's funny and witty, and I love him so much. I only read this book because of him. The second to last song that I chose is Signal by Twice, and the prompt is, pick a book that you feel like people either love it or hate it. I chose this song because I hate it. I'm not a Twice stan. I do like the members and some of their title tracks, but I don't really stan them. I don't know their B-sides. For some reason, I don't know all the members, but I just don't listen to them. And I feel like Signal is one of those songs that people either love or hate. I remember that when it came out, everyone was just like, what the fuck is this? I still don't like this song. Usually songs grow on me, but this was not the case with Signal. And the book that I think is kind of like this song is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Now, this is one of my favorite books of all time. It's a classic. I've read it like multiple times, and I rarely reread books. But I feel like if you read this, you either love it or you hate it. I actually have one friend who read it and just felt kind of indifferent about it, but other than that, everyone I see that has read this either loves it or hate it, so that's that. I personally love it. I have a friend who hates it and a friend who also loves it, so I feel like this is kind of on the extremities. It's kind of like 8 or 80, which is a saying that we have in Portuguese. I don't know if you have that in English, but it's kind of like 8 or 80. And yeah, you either love it or you hate it. The last song that I chose for this hack is Wild Thing by Soyeon of Idol, Sliggy of Red Velvet, Shinbi of G-Friend, and Kim Jong-ak. And the prompt is, pick your favorite book that was written by multiple authors. I chose Wild Thing because it was hands down the best collaboration of 2018. No one can tell me otherwise. I just love the song so much. It was performed by 4 amazingly talented women, and it's just so powerful. The music video was beautiful. They're all beautiful. They're amazing singers and rappers, and I just love it with all my heart. My favorite book that was written by multiple authors is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare and a bunch of other authors. I'm gonna be honest, it took me months. I think actually it took me more than a year to pick up this book. I didn't think I would love it as much as I did because I liked the Bane Chronicles, which is kind of in the same format, but I didn't love it. And I ended up really loving Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, apart from the ending because something really sad happens and I'm still not over it, but overall, I love this book. It was super fun. Simon is one of my favorite characters from the Mortal Instruments and the whole Shadowhunter Chronicles world. And yeah, I love this book. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tag. I will try, emphasis on the try, to pre-film some videos this week and post on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday to compensate for the fact that I did not post last Wednesday. But I don't know if that's going to happen since it's also going to be another kind of busy week. But I'm hopeful. I want to do it. Let's do this. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye!